So the AfricanTourismMarket.com is based on the concept of allowing African tourism boards to showcase, and communities, to showcase the natural assets they have that are capable of being converted into the tourism market. And again, we do the same thing as we do in the development, general development. You show me a landscape and I match it to a developer or a tourism investor who is looking at the landscape and thinking, if I put my services here, that could really generate a lot of money. Because the problem with Africa is, believe it or not, tourism in Africa, apart from South Africa, is quite boring. What do you do? We recently met with the government of Mauritania, and they're looking at working with us to actually put this initiative in place. We're saying, look, if God is giving you the landscape, there's no point praying to God again to say, hey, God, do me more. Because God is thinking, what more do you want from me? I've given you the perfect landscape.
If you build it, they will come.
Precisely. So what we're saying is, let the tourism investors see Africa's potential like they've never seen before. A typical example, I grew up partly in South Africa, in Lesotho, and there's a road, I think it's called Catcher's Neck. And that road is being used by motoring companies to in fact, Ford advertised one of its four-wheel drive on the basis of the fact that that road was so treacherous. It was one of the most treacherous roads in the world. But they used it to advertise their car, saying, if this road can survive Lesotho or South Africa, it will survive anywhere else in the world. Now, imagine the contract you would get if you're the one who says, I'm going to get my location because it's good, it's bad in X. But even a bad location in Africa has a marketing commercial value. So what we're saying is, if you're an African youth, showcase that. That could be a project dedicated to tourism. And what we're going even further to do in terms of the cultural enrichment is to say, there is no single website. Every time you look at the colonial history and the manifestation of what they say about us, they always demean our royal families. We're turning that on its head and saying, just the same way we celebrate, and I'm proud to be British, that we celebrate the Queen of England, I want to celebrate all the royal families in Africa indiscriminately. So we've successfully had a chat with one of the museums in Ghana in terms of the royal families in Ghana, and across Africa, by the way. Ghana is the most prominent in terms of promoting their royal families. And what we're saying is, let's showcase those royal families, because even what is of value to Africa is the history. Our history is of commercial values, but we just bury them in books that are left on the fourth floor of a library, first floor basement of libraries. Let's bring it to life, because in terms of promoting virtual tourism, communities can generate revenue in attracting augmented reality into their environment just from that. And that's the concept behind that.